Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm your girl, Maria Milagros, and I'm coming to you today to share a little tip, a technique, a tool, whatever you want to call it, right? I like to share tips, techniques, tools, stories, anecdotes, whatever it takes to help us move the needle to get one degree at a time closer to those new versions, new levels of healthy and happy, whatever that means for us in our lives. I do believe that by loving ourselves and taking responsibility for what's going on here and here and here, we are then better available, healthier to show up in the spaces of our lives, build healthier communities. If I'm angry and unhealthy, I'm going to probably build communities that are also angry and unhealthy because we attract what we are, not what we want. So the more that I take responsibility for what's happening here, here, and here, meaning my body, the more that I'm going to attract like-minded people and build communities accordingly, right? So two things. One, the Surgeon General released a statement saying that loneliness is an epidemic in the United States. Duh. And I know that it's because of the pandemic and how separated people are and how used they are to going right to their screens, not looking each other in the eye and not building community in that way. And loneliness is very dangerous on our mental health and on our overall well-being, right? The other thing is that I wanted to share is it is Mental Health Month. May is Mental Health Month. But in the world of Maria Milagros, May is Mindset May. And I believe that the more that we practice working on creating a healthy and positive mindset, the more likely we are to create those shifts in our overall mental health, which then changes how we build communities, which then decreases our chances for loneliness. I also want to say this sidebar. If you feel lonely, it's not a death sentence or a judgment against you. It's usually information that because we're human and we're meant to come here and have human relationships, it's an indicator that we probably need to call somebody or go for a walk and get out the house and hang out with other humans. Just saying. Use it as information. You feel lonely, don't use it as a death sentence and don't stay there. My recommendation is when you feel lonely, recognize, again, this is a healthy and positive mindset. If I feel lonely, I recognize that this is information. I came here to have a human experience with other humans, so I should go ahead and make a connection so I can get my butt out the house or even get on a call or get on a FaceTime or get on a Zoom and connect with a fellow human. Okay, back to us. So Mindset May, I have this one nugget that I want to share with you, and I want to give you the time to kind of play with it and see what happens. My daughter is a theater student, right? And when she was in theater many years ago, she was doing this improv workshop or class or whatever. And she came home, she was telling me all about it, all the games they played, how much fun they had. And she told me about this game that they called Plot Twist. And in this game, somebody would be given a script or a little thing that they had to read. And then they would read it to themselves and then start acting accordingly. And then the next person would kind of pick up on the vibe and go ahead in. And then someone else was sent in to just create havoc in this particular scenario. And how would these characters stay in character when this person was thrown in to create a plot twist? Right? And it was like an unbeknownst plot twist. Here it is. It's just kind of thrown in. And when she talked about this, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to go ahead and take that and put that in my toolbox. Because is life not improv? I mean, really. And aren't we trying to stay in character when life throws its curveballs? I mean, really. So if I decide who I'm going to be, and I'm doing this practice work of who I'm going to be a pillar of love. I'm going to be someone who remains calm in the midst of chaos. That's my character, right? That's who I've decided I want to be, and I want to practice that. Well, don't you worry if you want to practice, because life is going to give you opportunities to practice. And when it does, rather than look at whatever comes along as oh my gosh, the worst thing ever, it's a catastrophe. Imagine if we looked at it as a plot twist. Now, how am I going to show up and respond, not react, but respond, right, in this space as the person that I've decided I'm going to be? Ooh, whole different mindset. I've shared this story before and I'll share it again. We use the story of plot twist, or this tool often, but I like this particular story. I was coming to my sister's house on my way down a slice of ice, basically. It was wintertime in Massachusetts. You probably understand. I'm coming down this ice path, and I go to turn into her driveway, and on her driveway there's a little bit of like a drop off, right? And there's no wall there. There's like some posts and chains. And my car decided it wasn't going to stop at the end of the driveway. It was going to proceed off of the drop off. And so the front end of my car hits the drop off, and the car starts to kind of teeter right there a little bit. My child, as I'm flashing my life before my eyes and thinking about how to protect my baby, she goes, plot twist. And we had a little chuckle. And then she goes, okay, we're going to pretend like we're in a movie. We're going to climb out the back seat. Da, da, da. And we did. And it was just such an ease and such a calm, like, okay. And she goes, Mom, if the car falls off the edge or gets really damaged, you always wanted a new car anyways. And I'm like, that is true. I didn't want it this way necessarily, but that is true. And rather than lose my mind because she yelled out plot twist, I was able to remain calm. She came up with a really great plan. We climbed out the back door. We sat on the back of the car from where we were sitting, called AAA, called my sister from inside the house. She came out and sat on the car with us to add that extra weight to keep it kind of like, like that. AAA came. They towed the car. They pulled it off of the edge. The guy was laughing with us. We had a great time. Plot twist. Plot twist. I want you to use it, and I want you to tell me when you used it and what it was like, right? Write it down somewhere. Stick it on your desk at work. When you're on the roll, you're doing something, and then life throws its curveballs because it always will. Can you use plot twist as a way to create a shift mentally in your mindset, right? That's going to help keep you in a space of more clarity so that you can make healthier decisions and move forward from that place, because life is always going to throw its curveballs, period. That's what I have for you. I hope that this was helpful. If you know someone who can benefit from this video, please share it. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I don't know where the button is. Over here? Maybe over here? I never know. I should know this. I've been doing it for years. Plot twist. I'll see you next time. Sending you love and light. Peace.